The Golden Gates of Olympus tell a story of triumph. From the unforgettable characters to those tear-jerking moments, there's so much to be learned here. One lesson we can take away from the main character Hercules is how to find purpose in your manhood. Hercules was ripped from his family in Olympus from the evil Hades, who is the god of the underworld. Hades was banished there by Zeus, Hercules' father, and he wanted to get revenge. He discussed his battle plan with the psychic fates to overthrow Olympus, only to learn one thing.
Excuse me?
Should Hercules fight, you will fail.
The outraged Hades devised an evil plan to kill Hercules. The plan fails, and Hercules ends up with a mortal family on Earth with no knowledge of who he is or where he's even from. He did, however, retain his godlike strength due to the negligence of Hades' minions during the assassination attempt. Growing up, he experiences immense pain and confusion all around his true identity. So what does Hercules do in reaction to all of this, and what can we apply in our daily lives for healthy levels of masculinity? It starts off with understanding ourselves and what we bring to the table. As a young boy, Hercules is very nice, but he's extremely naive. Additionally, he finds it extremely difficult to control his strength. Even though he wants to help everyone all the time, he ends up making things so much worse. The social pressures we face when we're young are immense. We have our family, friends, classmates, teachers, and especially those on social media. It's all about who can get the most followers, likes, subs, messages, money, whatever. These social pressures can cripple us. People don't accept Hercules because he doesn't fit in with social norms. What does he do about it? He takes matters into his own hands to go to the temple of Zeus to pray to the gods. Hercules had the self-awareness to know that he wasn't like everybody else and that he needed to do something to feel more confident in his own skin. He wants to understand what he brings to the table and where he belongs. To his extreme surprise, he's greeted by his father Zeus. He explains to Hercules that he is his real father, and in order for Hercules to return to Mount Olympus, he must restore his godhood by becoming a true hero. To do this, Hercules must seek out help from Phil, the trainer of heroes. Phil is great because he teaches Hercules so much more than just how to swing a sword. He teaches him about patience, discipline, self-regulation, situational cues, and how to properly leverage his divine strength. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see how these traits are all essential for developing your own emotional intelligence. By being a patient, self-regulated, and aware man, you are better able to navigate complex situations and relationships. You can really help people feel heard, and you can start to control that beast that lies within. Many young men aren't taught how to control their emotions. They aren't taught how to properly treat women, and they aren't taught how to find their purpose through their strengths. It's crucial to talk to young men and show them these things in healthy ways. Lead with respect. Teach them about trust building. Show them what happens if we overuse our strengths. Talk to them openly. Phil served as a great mentor to Hercules and guided him closer to the path of manhood and godhood. That being said, there were still many lessons that Hercules needed to learn. Through a large remainder of the story, Hercules defeats countless mythical monsters. He saves children, restores order in cities all around Greece, and becomes incredibly famous. On top of all of this, he even falls in love with a woman named Meg. Feeling like he's on cloud 9 after all of these accomplishments, he goes to speak to his father at the temple of Zeus again. Hercules proudly shares his accomplishments and wealth with his father, self-proclaiming that he is now a true hero who's ready to return to Mount Olympus. Zeus has unfortunate news.
I'm afraid being famous isn't the same as being a true hero.
Devastated and confused, Hercules continues to boast his fame and fortune to Zeus as proof of his heroism, but it isn't enough. Having a lot of money doesn't make you a true hero, and it doesn't guarantee you to be a true man. There are plenty of people who have massive amounts of fame and money who are extremely unhealthy individuals. These people may have toxic behaviors and thought patterns. They abuse those around them, and they disrespect people and belittle them. Is it important for men to be able to provide in some capacity? Of course it is. But in isolation, it does not guarantee you to be a mature man. Hercules literally becomes the most famous person in Greece. He had merchandise and action figures. Women chased him endlessly, yet he was denied access to his home and his godhood. So what's the missing ingredient here? What could Hercules do, or anyone in that matter, to become a real man? What does it take to be an inspiring role model to others? This is answered in the last section of the movie. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Disney's Hercules. For those of you that are new here, my name's Jeff and my goal is to make psychology make sense. If you've been enjoying the content so far, any support for the channel will be greatly appreciated. I also have a link in the description below for exclusive psychology content. Thanks for hanging out. Hercules and Meg fall deeper and deeper in love with each other as the movie progresses, but eventually, Hercules finds out that she was working for Hades all along. Although her love was genuine, Hercules saw it as betrayal, where he didn't trust her anymore. Hercules and Hades made a deal where Hercules would lose his godlike strength for 24 hours unless Meg got hurt. During this 24-hour period, Hades planned to unleash the devastatingly powerful Titans from their prison to help destroy Zeus. This was the extreme low point for Hercules. Heartbroken and betrayed, he loses all hope until Phil finds him and motivates him to take action to stop the Titans. Through the divine battle, Meg ends up getting crushed by a pillar. Her soul is sent to the underworld where it would be lost forever. Everything changed within Hercules as soon as he saw Meg perish. Even through the betrayal, lies, and deceit, he pushed all that aside to attempt to take care of her. He rushes to the underworld and risks his own life in an endless pool of death to save Meg's soul. As men, it's important for us to make compromises and sacrifice. At times, we'll be frustrated and angry. It's important for us to be able to create spaces of psychological safety where we can make others feel protected, whether it's physically or mentally. In this case, Hercules risked everything to save the woman he loved. Moments before the endless river of death was about to consume Hercules, he grabbed hold of Meg's soul and saved her. In that exact moment, he became a true hero. His godhood was restored. He not only became one of the most legendary heroes that Greece ever saw, but he became a true man as well. As Hercules and friends returned to Mount Olympus, they were greeted by celebration and love. His parents eagerly awaited his arrival at the Golden Gates.
Fine work, my boy. You've done it. You're a true hero.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for the entire movie. This is the turning point.
You were willing to give your life to rescue this young woman.
Following this, we get the ultimate piece of wisdom from Hercules' father, Zeus. This is where Hercules finally understands it all.
For a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart.
There's no one size fits all when it comes to being a real man or having healthy levels of masculinity. This video is merely one perspective. They have different cultural backgrounds, perspectives, beliefs about the world, and varying degrees of masculine energy. With his fame and fortune, Hercules could very much be a provider. With his extraordinary strength, he could easily protect anyone. He was a role model and a leader everywhere he went, providing psychological safety to those around him. Hercules knew how to control the monster inside of him, and he discovered his purpose on Earth with Meg while learning about his origins. Throughout the story, he developed the self-regulation and emotional awareness to battle his demons head-on, literally and figuratively. Hercules was also confident and passionate. Most importantly, he was a good person. He had a wonderfully kind heart. Hercules is a shining example of selflessness, kindness, strength, humility, and sacrifice. In the final moments of the film, a star was born, illuminating the path for others to follow. This was a great reminder that true heroism and healthy masculinity lie deep within the depths of one's heart and the choices they make. If you're interested in other topics in psychology, be sure to check out my last video on perfectionism. So for all things psychology to help you think, feel, and perform better, stay tuned right here on Psychology of Living.